Still muted. I forgot I'd remute. Every time I do my test, I have to make sure I mute the mic after I say something, otherwise all I do is get reverb. Today, when we last left off, we had just wrapped up the main story of the island that we've been at with Fort Joy. Haven't, not leaving quite yet because we still have 2 side quests that we're looking to get done. We're looking to find the last artifact of the Tyrant, and I had no idea where this one is. I haven't visually looked it up online, but I did ask my Fairy Godmother for a hint of how many pieces I was still looking for. I theorized that I was looking for pants, but I wasn't sure if, like, the Cursed Ring, which is this other quest right below, was part of the set. I was informed that it is not, and I was given a clue as where to go look for the last pants. Now, for the Cursed Ring, I didn't ask her any hints or whatnot. I'm assuming, so when I put on the ring, I get cursed, and I get a debuff and whatnot. But so far, I've run into a lot of different things on this island that give cursed effects. The treasure chest with the black sphere over it, I bless it. When I ran into the cursed switch to get into that one room, I blessed it, and it dispels the curse. So that keeps happening over and over, and I can bless an individual. That's how I got rid of the pig's necrofire and stuff like that. So I'm going to put on the ring. The quest will update saying I've been cursed. I'll take the ring off, and then I will bless myself, and that should complete the quest and maybe give me some experience. We will see. Before we do that, though, I need to go get focus points to even be able to do that. That's the custom resource you need for any focus abilities. So let us see if what I think is should happen does happen. So I'm gonna do just a quick save here. I'm gonna put on the I'm gonna activate. I get my source point that lets me use bless. So I'm gonna put on the ring, which I hope I put in my ring bag. Yeah, here it is. The Band of Brachus. So put it on.
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter.
And the ring, I don the ring and it curses me. So now I've got the debuff. It's decreasing accuracy, dodge, all my resistances. Okay, that sucks. Don't want that on anymore. Okay, so I take it off.
Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
And so I've removed the ring, and it did nothing. Now, it says I have to find a new host, but forget that. I think that's what you would only have to do if you chose to put it on before you've gotten access to the bless spell. I'm going to bless myself.
Bloody ring. It's loose. Get off me and stay off.
And now that's out of my log. It's not that it's... not that the quest isn't there anymore. It's just now... It's probably archived down here in my... Yep, here it is. The curse ring. The curse was lifted. I'd best not wear it again. So... It's a little disappointing because the stats on the ring's actually pretty good. Intelligence, Constitution. It's kind of neat, but overall it's a fairly useless ring. So I'm going to keep that in my ring bag for whatever reason. And I'm going to put my regular ring back on. Yeah, that's what I was using. I'm gonna quickly look and see. Yeah. I have better stuff to put on some people. Nope, you're fine. Alright, so these are just cheapo rings that I'm selling. This is just a mat. Grenade. Okay, so I have solved the curse ring quest. Didn't give me any experience, unfortunately. I was recommended that I don't leave this island until I was level 9, but I can't really do anything about that. Because to be level 9, I need another 20,000 experience, and I haven't the slightest idea of what's left to kill on the island. There's nothing left here. So now I'm going to go after the last piece of the Tyrant set. I was told where it was located, but what that actually does for me, I don't know. Because I still have to find it. I was only told a general idea where it's located, not exactly where it's located. And I was given some vague answer about I'm going to keep my wits about me if I want to be able to see it. Which tells me whatever is happening, it's based on my wit stat, and that seems to be a consistent theme of certain stats will get you certain things. You know, my high strength will let me do like a strength persuasion, stuff like that. So let's start from the beginning. So it's somewhere here within the ancient passageway is what I'm after. Okay, the vase is empty. This vase is empty. Wonder if I have to light all the braziers and like something happens. It might be that soul jar that I haven't activated. Oh, there's a statue. Oh, there's a chest and a statue. Might be in the chest, maybe. But we have this soul jar. So let's go ahead and activate that. Oh, it's not in that one. Pelota fired. Alright, so let's come up here. And who's got my highest wits? 12, 14, 13, 15. So whatever's going to happen, my lizard guy's going to look at it. Okay. There's nothing in the chest.
Keeping watch over your bounty, I take it? Quite the stare you've got.
Keeping watch over your bounty, I take it.
Okay, so nothing on that one. There's more braziers to light up here over on this other side. Oh, this one went out too. Oh, this one went out too. Some up there. I'm gonna come over here and look at this statue.
You notice a deep fissure beneath the statue's right hand.
I look at it more closely.
The stone there is a curious color, as though it was added after the statue was carved.
Scratch at the opening.
A chunk of stone falls from the statue. There's something hidden inside.
There's the tyrant pants.
Nice.
Oh, did I find them all? I did. So now, the artifacts of the tyrant are within that log. So I still have to wear Braxis' armor completely on one guy. I'm gonna move something to someone else to hold on to because I'm overburdened. Okay, so now we have the full set. of the tyrant armor. So let me make sure, because equipping stuff screws with it. Let's put the full set on ourselves. Not necessarily because it's purely better. Some of the individual stats is kind of neat. I don't like the -1 to leadership. And I don't like the loss of the socket, but Purge is a pretty handy ability. The chess piece is pretty good. I'm picking up Warfare instead of Scoundrel. And again, a socket. The gloves are neat. I think I benefit from the two-handed stat instead of the strength and crit chance, but probably not. Over the Devourer set for right now until I complete the Devourer. I'm not really benefiting from the Constitution pants, but let's find out what I get.
The armor set is complete.
Alright, let's see what I... Why am I overburdened again? I'm not wearing anything more. That's funny. So. I now have the complete Armor of the Tyrant set on. And we will go with that. So anything else we've got to complete? So we know for all of our companions had quests on this main island. We know that we finished Ifan's, so now we turn in his contract off island. Los needs someone on the mainland, so this is off the island. Same with the Red Prince, off the island. My other quest that I've got is, again, takes me off the main island. The collection quests, I picked up the Gauntlet for 1 armor set. It's now also sending us off the main island. I don't know. I need to look up Keep Calm and Carrion. Not look up, but I've got a book that supposedly told me where to find another piece of armor. The Seed quest, again, off. So I'm pretty much... I have nothing else that I can do here on this island. Not enough that would get me another full level. Because I need, what, 20,000 experience? And I haven't the faintest idea where I could find much of anything to even give me half of that much of experience. So, I think with that... we have nothing left to do but to head off the island.
Let's go.
When I talked to Malady before, she mentioned someone, so I'm going to ask about who is Mystria? Who are we referring to?
Boat first, questions later.
Okay, never mind. Oh, the boat.
Malady grabs the vessel with 2 hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water wets the gauze in which you're wrapped. The bright sunlight seeps into your bones. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least on the shoulders of one of them.
Ominous.
Yes, this might be
Looking down at your robes, you see they're damp with blood and the ocean's spray. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
How the wind moves their hair. If only they were alive to feel it.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead Magisters held.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque, but, well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate.
Bow to the squirrel. He's very welcome.
No. Yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quercus. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
Lots of dead bodies, and I have no room to pick up anything. Yeah, no, didn't have the room.
curse. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
I ask her what's going on.
The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but...
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. Like he was made of parchment.
Express my condolences about her dead compatriot.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
Ask if she learned anything useful before the figurehead attacked.
Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
I'll say that I'll be careful.
Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die, then this was all for nothing.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea.
I give a scholarly response. I see a mark on the side of the figurehead. It's a living scar used to enslave elves.
At that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like it is acknowledging your observation.
With Maeve's warning still fresh in my mind, I decide not to risk it and take my leave. So there's a way to somehow communicate with the figurehead. And we need to figure out... Ooh. God dang it. There's all of this neat stuff. I'm going to collect it, and then I'm going to be too encumbered to be able to do anything. Oh, wait. This person's a vendor. Take my stuff, vendor. I need bag space. Oops.
Be careful around the
There we go.
figurehead, Godwoken. We can't afford to lose you.
Ooh. So the shield's really good. The boots are just really good armor. So we'll take that. We'll take the shield. We'll take these pants. I'd rather keep my slot of stuff. So until then, let's get rid of all this extra junk that I've got. Yeah, I'll take the boots just because. I accept. Can I move again? Yes, cool. Okay, so I got new stuff. Bow, shield, boots, and pants. I gotta keep those for allies. Fire staff. Go ahead and put this away.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
keeping this axe just on the off chance that I need a melee weapon with air damage on it for whatever reason. Same with the spear. Same with that thing. Don't need that because I already have a one-handed weapon that does that. Alright. What weight am I at right now? 190 out of 220. I can pick up more loot. Those are the books I dropped earlier. I don't need them now.
Nothing up here's gonna get her going, even for a god-woken.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those God-woken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, God-woken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, our undead God-woken. I had nearly forgotten.
I note the number of bodies littering the deck. Ask how many were lost in battle.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive.
Tell her I saw him fall with my own eyes. What happened?
Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive.
Ask what they plan to do with Alexander.
Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only God-woken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
Say we better move on before the Order realizes he's still at large.
Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
Say I've never known a ship to speak in the first place.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
Ask if they have any leads on how to gain control of the ship.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
Sure.
I'm sure the God-woken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
I'm tempted to choose the option that I'm gonna smile and say I'm still waiting to find out what she does other than stand around being smug. But I'm just gonna say I'll do my best.
It's your best that'll save us all.
Where would a Magister hide something?
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say?
I agree, and welcome to my party.
Off we go, then.
What was he doing not in my party?
We can't get this ship moving, God-woken. We have every free hand looking into it. Help, if you can.
Do you have anything I care about? Winter's Blast? Do I have that? Wow, I better go find the rest of my allies first.
We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
guy's got a lot of stuff. Cloak and... Oh, here we go. Cloak and Dagger lets us teleport without breaking sneaking. Oh. You mind? Oh wow, is that even better than the other shield that I got? 7452. 7452. 75, and it does one-handed and perseverance dodging versus leadership, constitution, and accuracy. And a socket. Alright, I'll take it. I still have to unload a bunch of stuff out of my bags anyways.
Lady's a sturdy old tub. It'll take a lot to sink her.
I'll buy that cloak and dagger one just in case anyways. Put that in my spellbook. Take the shield. Let him have this one. Either way, I can sell that shield.
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... from the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work.
Agree, it's time to get the party back together.
Ready. We'd probably get tired of this view soon enough anyway.
Good to feel the rolling of the waves. I might actually get a good night's sleep.
How you doing?
Ask the rat if it knows how to steer the ship.
You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. It knows what it's doing.
Ask the rat the question. To which tune... to which tune does the ship dance?
It goes... La 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 la... or something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh?
Ask where the book should be used. Or, no. Ask the rat how Dallas used this book.
Oh, she
She opened it and looked at the marks on the inside. How the hell else? All right. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's it. Get it right and the ship will dance to your tune. Get it wrong and the ship will kill you.
Oh. That's nice.
That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
Okay, so I'm after a book.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say?
Better off my own.
Suit yourself then.
He drags a comb through his beard. His face bears the scars of a hearty life, but his whiskers glisten as if glazed by the morning dew.
Oh, there's it downstairs.
Allies for hire. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing.
I tell her you don't know what the next chapter will hold, but I hope she'll join us in finding out.
The old band back together again, I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Losa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
I tell her I see a nice young lady in need of a nice long bath.
Seriously? Look at me. I look like lukewarm death. This isn't a joke anymore. You see that, don't you? Your god wants me dead. My god? Devil? Who knows? It wants me. It's getting stronger and I need to outpace it. I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
I say I fully understand them. She should still join us.
You'll do what you have to do, right? If I fail, if this thing takes control, you'll protect yourself and everyone else against it, even if it means killing me.
I'll tell her I'll do whatever is necessary.
Promise?
Nod, it's a deal.
Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
Do you have anything worth... Nope.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
I note that she seems to be in some pain. Was she injured during taking the ship?
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price.
I take my leave.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions.
Note that she must be shocked at finding herself tending to the Divine himself.
Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance.
And tell her I'm not a sequel, but they're always grateful to those who help them. If she knows how to get the ship moving, they might look more kindly on her.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
I diplomatically raise my hands and say she doesn't have to tell you anything yet. She just has to listen.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
I'm going to use the strength persuasion. Declare it simple. Either she tells us what she knows, or we'll start playing rough. Persuasion was successful.
There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then?
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
Alright, so I got my party together. So let me double check their equipment, because I bought a couple of new things. I need to get Los a new pair of pants. So, my current bow is perfectly fine, so I'm going to put this away.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
2 wits, 2 initiative on those. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I need to put 2 finesse next time I'm paying attention on Los, so that she can wear the new stuff.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
I think the same for... No. Yeah, the same for the Red Prince. Yep.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate.
Too late for that now, Red. The bell can't be unrung.
One second, got a phone call. Hello? It's nothing important.
What's this? I found something.
My. Look what the ship's cat dragged in. You were on that luckless lot of timber that met with one tentacle too many, weren't you? Yes. I remember you're asking me about my dice. Oh, but you've come a long way, just as I have. Rather boring, sometimes, to travel by oneself. We could see where the road takes us together, if you like.
Pass.
By all means, think. I'm not going anywhere.
So...
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
I give the scholarly and mystic response. This is actually new. I've never had multiple tags in the same category. The old text spoke of doors like these. I'm not going to say this word right. Disputoistiums, they were called. Place your palm. I place my palm up against the door.
The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A 6-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes.
I knock on the door.
The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into what sounds like a moan, then echoes away into silence. The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
I give a mystic response, sensing something more. A presence. I place my palm against the door.
The wood groans and creaks.
Yeah, that's the one we heard before. I rattled the doorknob this time.
The anguished face appears, then vanishes. The door remains closed.
Hey! You're here! Pretty nice boat, eh? We got an upgrade. There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see something we can't.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six-sided notch remains with you. The thud of your fist upon the wood...
Okay, so it needs some kind of amulet to open. So I assume I am looking for something.
The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move. The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something.
Where would I write something important if I was a magister? All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get this tub moving.